What's up? Don't forget to subscribe if this tutorial helps you. I'm Young Tech's YouTube on Dreams. You can follow me there. What I'm going to do is back out because I actually made a bunch of editing's, if that's even a word, I think it is. This is me on Dreams. You can follow me here. I have a bunch of games and artwork and stuff that you can use for your creation. Let's go ahead and jump into it by showing you what I'm going to be teaching you today. This right here is my game, and it has a bunch of animations. I'm going to be teaching you how to do stuff like this for your game. I hope this tutorial helps, and this is called Fighting Game Genesis. I might change it to Dream Fighter because I'll be using some people's characters and putting them into this game. So let me go ahead and show you guys that you can first of all blank everything out by doing this. Place this down, I want an X, and then you can hide everything else while you're animating. If you don't want to get too distracted with your animations, before you even start, if this is your first time doing this and analog support might be added in by this time, I want you guys to just practice moving strokes. You don't want your strokes to move like that because the animation will take that into account. The best thing to do is if you can move it all in one stroke and get the animation that you're wanting, then that's how you want to do it. Because if you were to have to sort of do this, and this, there's a chance it might record that. And you don't want to press undo to get rid of your mistakes. Just press L1 and triangle to get rid of those over the lines that you see individually. What that will do is instead of getting rid of all of it, it'll just get rid of that one part that you just did. If there's a mistake that you made that's just on an individual part and not the whole thing, and you just want to get rid of that. So let's go ahead and make something. Let's go ahead and make a cool animation. First of all, what you want to do, let me find that keyframe. There it is. I'm going to delete it. You want to pull out a timeline. You want to pull out a timeline. And then you want to put a keyframe inside of there. Keyframes are very important. You want to set these keyframes to linear, so the line in between, if you could see it up there, that's what will make it transition to the next animation. So that's what those are. What you'll want to do, the first keyframe you put down, you don't want it to be anything, but you do want it to be linear. This will pretty much make the puppet animate from this instead of instantly changing into the next animation, unless that's what you're going for. Next, you will want to copy. You will want to copy the previous animations you did, because if you do it that way, it's sort of like onion skinning. So what I mean is, and make sure you L1 and X. That way you can edit individual parts. And as you can see, it's really, really easy for me to kind of get what I'm going for. Get these closer together. And it's really just about getting a feel for the controls. If you get a feel for the controls, this will be really, really easy. Once you get that feel, then you're pretty much there. And it works perfectly. So what I'm going to do now is extend this, because after the animation is complete, I want it to stay there for a little bit. That's how you do that. That's how you do that. You just upsize it with the up arrow stick on your PS4 controller, your PS4 controller. You can animate using action recorders and stuff, but I recommend not using that, because that's sort of like if you were to grab the puppet and you wanted to move it around, like if it was with your hands, sort of like playing with an action figure. You can animate using the action recorder even scoped in, but it's not the same as using a keyframe. With the keyframe, you can get more precise locations, and the action recorder pretty much records everything, even while it's moving and stuff. And that's generally why you don't want to use an action recorder, because it'll instantly make it play. There's times when you can use it and it'll be cool, but for the most part, just use the action recorder to move platforms if you want to. But you can even use the keyframe for that and just set it to linear and get that done. The first keyframe, you just don't want to be anything if you want it to be transition-y, or if you want it to be instant and you want it to transition out, what you would do is this. You would do it in the opposite direction. You can also just set the timeline to reverse. I guess you can't. You can do that with the action recorder. I thought you could set this to reverse. That's interesting. You can do it with this. Now the keyframe can also record changes in variable numbers like this. If I was to record and use the keyframe, the action recorder can too. Then I can change these numbers and switch off power buttons and stuff if I wanted to too. So that can also be noted. I'm gonna undo and put it back to that. And then I'm going to show you guys why you should copy the previous keyframe that you did, so that way it's like onion skinning. The copy button should be right here. I'm going to downsize it because. And then we're going to put it right here. Well, no, we don't have to do that. I want an X on that. And it leaves it where it left off. It even gives us some cool lines to show us how long like how precise it took us to get to this animation. I think that's what that's for. That's what it was for the action recorder. So, and now what we're gonna do, yeah, we can see you want your lines to be precise. So once you get your first animations done, then you'll be able to see the lines where it's animating from, and it'll allow you to make your strokes more precise. Make them as precise as possible with your movements. That's really all you have to do. If you're seeing like one line, then you're probably doing it right. If you're seeing like zigzags and stuff, then no. You can even put music and stuff in here to play in correlation with your movements of the action recorder keyframe animations. And again, we want to extend that a little bit so it doesn't just fade out. If you want it to fade out, just copy the first one and put it at the end. We'll go ahead and do that. And it's just getting used to the controls. It's just getting used to the controls. That's all it is with animating. Once you get used to the controls, you're good. You're good. You are good. So, I mean, it's simple. I mean, it's really simple. It's simple to make attack animations. So we have this up here. These are my attack animations. You can also have animations at the bottom, and that will affect the whole thing. It can even smoothen it all out. Here's my attack animation. You can put emitters inside of here to make it to where effects happen. I'm going to go ahead and exit out without saving while the animation is playing. And generally speaking, that's all it is with animations. Nothing too hard. It's just making the proper strokes. And I'm using the L2 button or R2 button to move. That's what I'm using to move with my strokes, just so you guys know. Very simple stuff. I hope this helps. Don't forget to subscribe and follow me on Dreams. I'm Young Tech's YouTube. And I hope you guys are enjoying my Dreams content. I have content like this, weird stuff, like this, space shooters. So we have a tutorial for just about everything on my channel. Sculpting tutorials and tutorials that pop up at the top. You can feel free to check those out. Or if it said I'll stream at the top, feel free to pop into my stream. We even have artwork all the way back here. All the way back here. Got some cool ones. So yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for your time, and peace out.